just pretend that we're organizing a baseball team here at the retired actors' home, and I am the manager. Now, you're going to be the manager of the retired actors baseball team? Yes. I would like to join the retired actors baseball team. Oh, you would? I would like to know some of the guys' names of the team, so if I want to play with them, I know them, I get them on the street or in the home here, I can say, oh, to them. Oh, sure. You know, they give baseball players now, they turn to cute names. A lot of funny names, you know, like Sticky Fields, Sticky Field, Goofy Dan, Goofy Bobber, Booby Bobber. But let's see, now we have on our team, we have who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third. That's what I want to find out, the guy's name. That's what I want to find out, the guy's name. I'll tell you, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third. I mean, you want to be a manager of a baseball team? Yes. You know the guy's name? I should. Well, you tell me the guy's name of the baseball team. Who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third. You ain't saying that to me yet. Go ahead and tell me. I'm telling you. You ain't saying that yet. Go ahead and tell me. Who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third. You know the guy's name of the baseball team? Well, go ahead. Who's on first? Yes. I mean, the guy's name. Who? The guy playing first. Who? The guy playing first base. Who? The guy on first base. Who is on first? What are you asking me for? I don't know. I'm asking you who's on first. That's his name. Well, tell me. Who? The guy on first. That's it. That's his name. You ain't said that. I ain't asking you. Who? You did. You know the guy's name on first base? Tell me the guy's name on first base. Who? The guy playing first base. Who is on first? What are you asking me? I'm asking you a simple question. Who's on first? Well, let him tell me. That's it. That's who. I'm asking you, what's the guy's name on first base? Oh, no, what's on second? I'm not asking you who's on second. Who's on first? One base at a time. Don't mix up. I'm not mixing up anybody. Now, what's the guy's name on first base? No, what is on second? I'm not asking you who's on second. Who is on first? I don't know. Who's on first? Second, whoa. Whoa. How did I get on third base? You mentioned his name. I mentioned his name. Yeah. I don't know anybody's name on his team. How could I mention the guy's name? You did. You just mentioned it. All right. What's the guy's name on third base? No, what's on second? Who's on second? Who's on third? I don't know. Who's on third? I didn't even mention the guy's name on third base. All right, but who's playing third base? No, who's on third? I'm not asking you what's on third. What's on second? Who's on second? Who's on third? I don't know. He's third base. I didn't know anybody on the baseball team. You do. You mentioned the name. I do. You got a left field? Actually. The left field's name. Why? I just thought I'd ask you. Well, I just thought I'd tell you. Go ahead. Tell me. What? The left field's name. Why? Because I want to know. Because. Oh, he's center field. You know these names. Who's in center field? No, who's on first? What's on first? I don't know. Let me. Do you know the guy's name on the team? Wait, you don't seem to understand. See, I have a first base. I know you got a first base. I asked you what's the first. I asked you what's the first baseman's name. No, what's the second base? Well, stop asking. I asked you what's the first baseman's name. What's the second base? I don't even get past it. All right, who's on second? Who's on first? What base do you want to talk about? You're talking about anyone you want to talk about. All right, now who's on first? Right. Okay, I'm getting you. All right, you got a first baseman. When you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money? Every dollar. Yes, he does. Sometimes his wife comes out and plays. Whose wife? Yes. Why not, Lou? He's earning it. Who's it? Yes. Well, when you pay off the first baseman every month, you get a receipt from the guy? Sure. How does he sign his name? Oh, that's how you get the money. Oh, that's how you get the money. Well, that's how he signs it. That's how we sign it. Yeah. Like that. That's it. Oh. Look, you want a first baseman? Yes. And you say to him, here's your money, sign the receipt. How does he sign his name? Oh, the guy you get the money from. That's how we sign it. Yes. Sure. You can't get a receipt from the guy. How does the guy at first base sign his name? Oh, the guy at first. I'm asking, when you give the guy the money, what's the guy's name that you get the money from? Wait a minute. What signs his own? Who signs his own? No, who signs his? I mean, what's the guy's name on first? You get what is on second? I'm not asking you who signs second. Who's on third? I don't know. Third base. The fielder's name. I don't know. But you got a picture on the team? Yeah, a fine team without a picture. It's a fine team. It's the pitcher's name. Tomorrow. I can't change it. You want to tell me the name? I'm telling you. Go ahead. Tell me the pitcher's name. Tomorrow. Why not tell me something? It's on the picture thing. Tomorrow. All right, what time tomorrow you tell me the picture thing? What time what? What time tomorrow you gonna tell me who's fishing? Who is not fishing? I'll break you right now. I want to go watch the picture thing. Watch one thing. I don't know. Certainly you've got to catch on a baseball team. Catch it today. Tomorrow's fishing. Today's day. I have got it. I got it. All I know, we got a couple of days on the team. I know that. Who I know. You know, I'm agreeing to take for myself. Yeah, I've been down afraid I'm going to do some basic fishing. And tomorrow's fishing on my team, right? Now, tomorrow he wants to have the ball. I'm behind the plate. The heavy hitter gets up. Now, heavy hitter gets up and he's ready to hit the ball. And tomorrow's going to throw the ball. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to try. Tomorrow throws the ball. The guy punches the ball. Now, when he punches the ball, he's being a good catcher. I want to throw the guy on first base. So I pick up the ball and throw it to home. Now, that's the first thing you said right. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I told you. I can throw the ball at first base. Now, who's got it? Sure. The guy is playing at first base, and I want to throw the guy out. So I throw the ball to home. Naturally. Throw it to home. Who's got it? So I pick up the ball and I throw it to that. You throw the ball to first base, then who gets it? That's what bad. Now you're not sitting. I pick up the ball, so I throw it to that. I throw the hole. That's what I'm saying. I can't throw the ball to hole. Naturally. You asked me to throw the ball home. Naturally. Same as you. I throw the ball to that. You throw it to hole. Now who's got it? Naturally and correctly. Whoever it is, better get it. Don't worry about who. Who'll get it. He better get it. Now, I throw the ball to whoever it is got the ball, so the guy runs a second. Who picks up the ball first to what? What first? I don't know. I don't know. Throws back to Kamara. Triple play. Would be. Another guy gets up and it's a long fly ball to be caught. Why? I don't know. He's on third, and I don't give a darn. I don't give a darn. Oh, that's our shortstop.
Oops. Shouldn't do that. So I saw some interesting videos today. Let's see.
Starting in elementary school, we've all been taught that the Earth is a globe. When it's around the Earth, the Earth around the Sun, and so on. There are some people who don't believe this, though. They surprised to know how much popularity flat Earth theory has gained in recent years. A 2018 survey of 1.8 million adults in the U.S. found that 16% are doubts about the Earth being round. Let's suspend our disbelief for a few minutes while we come to the following question: what if the Earth were actually flat? There are a lot of different groups of people devoted to the monkey around Earth, but they don't all agree with each other regarding its true form. Several flat Earth maps have been proposed over the years, and they all have distinct variations. According to the Flat Earth Society, this map depicts a popular leaf, though not universally accepted model. As you can see, it's shaped like a disc with the North Pole at the center. Antarctica is depicted as a ball of ice around the outer edge of the disc. If the Earth were shaped this way, then what would change? Let's start with gravity. Many flat earthers do not believe that gravity is pulling us down, but that Earth is traveling upward and we're being pushed down by its inertia. Think of it like riding a car, but the car is traveling at
Okay. That right there alone shows that this guy did not look into this at any depth with any unbiased form of research. Yeah, that 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 was horrible right now, right?
Since you don't really feel like you're moving, but at some of the steps on the gas, the car's sudden acceleration will push you back into your seat. Flat Earth's theory of universal acceleration works in the same way. It states that the Earth and other large celestial bodies are being propelled upward at a rate of 9.8 meters squared per second, and weight are slowed down by the inertia. For those who don't believe in universal acceleration, let's think about Flat Earth's gravity instead. In basic terms, gravity can be defined as the force of attraction between two objects. Objects possessing a greater mass have a stronger gravitational pull than those with lesser mass. In this true Earth.
Oh wait, was that mass attracting mass? What flat earther thinks that mass attracts mass? Raise your hands in the chat, or type a 0 if you think that statement has no validity to it. Hey Sasha, what's up, lady? All right, let's get back to this.
The center of the circle will be surrounded by a great mass, so it would therefore have a stronger gravitational force than any.
Oh no, Manny, I was asking. Wow, Juby, that's a good one. Fat chicks are attracted to me, the smaller mass, so I gotta concur with the theory. No, Manny, they just showed a little clip of mass attracting mass and said that that had to do with the flat Earth theory, and I was like, what flat earther thinks that mass attracts mass? That's just laughable, right? Even think that? And the whole micro and macro, I don't think so.
Any other spot of the disk. This means that everything will be pulled towards this central point. What would this mean for humans? Well, if someone stood at the center of the disk, gravity would pull them straight down. If they stood away from the center, they would slowly pull back towards that same spot. As they traveled further away from the center, they would begin to feel stronger and stronger effects from the gravity pulling them backwards. It would feel like they were climbing a hill that became steeper and steeper the further they climbed. By the time they neared the edge of the disk, it would be the same as trying to scale a vertical wall. If they managed to climb over the edge, the center of the disk would be underneath them. So gravity would once again pull them straight downward. Because of the altered direction of gravity on a flat Earth, most if not all.
Okay. What flat earther thinks that is? Are you? Oh my God! Look at the city behind that little guy. Did you see that? Did anybody else notice that?
This will be altered direction of gravity on a flat Earth. Most, if not all, of our buildings and bridges will crumble. Some structures near the center of the disk, when the force on gravity is weakest, might be able to remain standing. Buildings near to the edge of the disk, such as South America on the coast map, would not be able to withstand the horizontal pull of gravity. Plants would also grow quite differently on a flat Earth. Trees are able to.
Who is saying that gravity needs to be pulled to the center? Because no flat earther thinks that mass attracts mass.
Survive thanks to a process known as geotropism or gravitotropism.
No, hey, Sasha, that's actually their little character. If you see right here, this is the BMA's channel, by the way.
Gravitational pull. Their stems grow in the opposite direction. This ensures that they are able to draw water from the ground and absorb sunlight for photosynthesis. It might seem like the roots are just growing a reef of the life. That's not the case. Anyone who ever had to weed a garden can tell you that roots are very effective at pulling out dirt. Similarly, when trees are uprooted in landslides, their root systems pull huge clouds of dirt along with them. At this point, something fascinating happens. Root segments that are still covered in dirt choose the direction of growth to be aligned with the earth. Remember, these roots have never been exposed to light, so they have no way of sensing which direction to grow in order to avoid it. They grow in the direction they are being pulled by gravity. Plant stems, or in this case tree trunks, grow against the force of gravity.
Or how about they just grow towards the easiest spot? What effort does it take to grow down? Right? What energy needs to be exerted for you to grow downwards, for roots to grow downwards? Like, yeah.
Flat Earth stratitropism will cause trees to grow away from the center. So trees near to the center will grow straight, but towards the edge of the disc, things will get a little strange. In order to go against gravity, tree trunks would have to grow horizontally along the ground. However, it's pretty likely that we would never get the opportunity.
This is so stupid. What flat earther thinks this? No, none.
You can see in the actual sideways forests. That's because trees need water to grow, and all of the water on flat Earth will be pulled to the center of the disk where gravity is strongest. So we can have only one body of water, a massive circular pool right in the center of the disk. The ring of land just outside of the water would be the only habitable area for land animals and plants. Too close to the center, the gravity would have water, and too far from the center, the Earth would be an arid desert wasteland. Even the Sahara Desert is watering holes and more than 90 major oases. But the desert on flat Earth would have no water at all. Every living thing needs water to survive. So the outer ring of the disk would not be able to sustain any life form. Many animals need both fresh and salt water through different phases of their life cycles. In the case of a flat Earth, all salt water and fresh water will be combined in a sole body of water. As a result of this, a very large number of species would not be able to survive and be relied on for food. Still, the single body of water would still have some tides caused by the gravitational pulls of the sun and moon. Most flat Earth models depict the sun and moon as being roughly equal in size, but much smaller than the Earth, traveling in giant circles around the North Pole. This would cause the tides to occur in a circular motion, like a massive whirlpool. The disc-shaped model.
Okay, so when I heard this, I was thinking about this earlier when I was first listening to it. You know, guys, how many of you have been to the beach? You guys ever go out in the water, right? Now, let me ask you this. The tides are supposed to go pull in and out, right? In and out, in and out. But if you let the tide just carry you, how many of you notice that you end up, like, if you're not careful, you can end up like half a mile easy away from where you first started if you just chill in the water. JV, no oceans on a flat Earth.
From the flat Earth society space the celestial orbits occurring in a clockwise fashion. So in this case, the entire body of water would swirl perpetually clockwise. If the sun and moon were just traveling in circles, this would not allow for different seasons. So the weather would be the same year round. What about obtaining time though? Flat Earthers say that the sun's light reaches only a limited area of the Earth at one time, much like a spotlight. Well, it's 50 days.
This is really weird because what he's describing right now is actually what I see when I go out on the water. Because when I was younger, and anytime I've been to the beach and playing in the water and stuff, right? Like it always pulls you up the coast. Like it pulls you to the right because you're facing the water. And it's pulling you north up the coast. So that's kind of interesting.
Explain how daytime occurs when the sun is overhead, and nighttime occurs when it's not. There are flaws to this idea, and the shadows will be messed up. Unlike a spherical Earth, the sun's rays reveal objects at the same angle. The shadows of two identical objects in different angles. The Earth would be the same. Eclipses are
No, not if the light source is. Hey, what's up, Becky?
Yeah, sure.
Psychics was supposed to add you to the call.
What's up, cats?
Hey, what's up, Snack?
Yeah, wound up in Anaheim here with Nathan at the Daniel Reza shop.
Oh yeah.
Did not know I would have brought my saxophone, but yeah, we're here. I'm gonna stop by. I don't know if Dan's around right now. Hopefully, I get to say hey. Over and out. That's the news. That's good news.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah. It's fucking
So-
hot out here. Whoa.
No shit. It's over 100 degrees today, man.
Yo. It doesn't matter if you're in the desert or not. It's hot as a motherfucker today. Woo. That's technical. I think it's not the French that use the motherfucker scale, but it is. I forget which country. But it's really hot. It's like towards the end of the mofo scale.
Yeah.
Hot as one. One single mofo is like very hot.
Hey, Snack. You ever come
Yo.
across the channel Be Amazed?
Be amazed?
Yeah.
I think so.
They got that stupid little character that always does that little like Be Amazed thing at the beginning of their show. Like
I think so.
this
What?
little
What's
character. The guy that Sasha says looks like a marshmallow. But yeah, they did a flat earth piece
Yeah.
that they released on the 4th.
No?
That's like 9 minutes long and it's atrocious.
Oh. Oh, go figure. Jibay.
You know what I have in my hand right here?
A marshmallow?
I have a dollar bill. Somebody put a YouTube link on it.
Yeah?
And it says The Truth. And with an arrow pointing to it. They got it on the upper part of it. That's awesome when truthers are giving other truthers money with messages. No, it's just it was mixed in with my money. I haven't checked the website yet. I figured we could do it live just in case it's porn.
There you go.
Okay.
You're presenting now, Jibby. Go for it.
No. I mean, you got to put it in. I can't do it on the desktop because I won't have a working mic. All you got to put in is if you want to do it now, you don't have to right now.
Oh yeah, here. What do you got?
All right, it's you know how they do that web address u2.be, like U-T-U, like YOUTU.be / the number 1, 2 lowercase z's, like ZZ. Sorry, Snack. The number 8 _ capital M, as in Manny.
Wait,
Lowercase.
hold on, I fucked up on this.
Okay.
I put the wrong. I didn't put backslash. I put a fucking straight line.
Oh no, you gotta do backslash. So u2.be
Backslash.
that u2.be / the number 1 ZZ, the number 8 _ capital M, as in Manny, X, C, as in carrot, N, as in Nancy, another Z, and a capital Y. And that's the web address. No!
Oh, dude, I've listened to this guy Trey Smith. He's got some out there shit, man. That's funny. Like I know this guy. You can reach out and talk to this guy.
Well, I have his money.
Dude, he's got 324,000 subs now, man. I remember when he had like 20,000.
Wow.
Yeah, this video is like going on like 6 years old now.
Wow. No shit.
But yeah, dude, it's fallen angels, giants, aliens, hybrids, elongated skulls, and Nephilim.
Yeah. It's all dated. Maybe it'll have a couple of choice things in them.
Is it like a documentary format? Because that documentary format drives me nuts.
Well, you know, it's kind of like a documentary format, but it's more of like an ODD style documentary format, just longer.
Where they tell you what the guys were thinking that they're telling you the story about, that takes it a little far, in my opinion. How do they know what they were thinking?
You're going the wrong way. How does he know where we're going? He's drunk.
But information that's already filtered for you is a little bit, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, I like listening to this guy because I was seeing the same stuff in what he was presenting to me and what I was already finding out. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still interesting. You just use discernment and try to figure out what's worth paying attention to.
Now, this stupid Be Amazed video, though, just gets better and better. Like right now they're talking about shadows and stuff, right? And they're saying that on a flat earth, the shadows would be the same. No, they'd be completely different on a flat earth because they're assuming that, look at this picture right here. That sun's out there in fucking space. Like the earth is floating in space going around the sun. Like, but that's not the way we see it. We see it as a small, more local light source. That's and so
what's that supposed to be a model of?
Different shadows.
I mean, Uber, what's that supposed to be a model of?
This is their representation of what they researched and found out about flat Earth.
It doesn't make. Why is it curved on the horizon then? What the sort of a oh, that's supposed to be the edge of the disk?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The sun is supposed to be out in space.
We don't. Flat earthers don't even think that. That's what bugs me when they do that.
I know. Like when they were talking about that the disk is moving up at 9.8 meters per second squared.
Yeah, that's the society's version of reality, right? The Flat Earth Society.
If you remember, a solar eclipse is when the moon blocks the light from the sun, taking shadow on Earth.
Wait, hold on.
What is going on?
Okay, so since when does the light from the sun travel at the Earth in a cone?
Why would it do that? Light focusing itself as it travels? That makes zero sense. But I did watch a video from GM that he had put in the back chat, and the guy was saying it's not the world that's a sphere, it's your eyeball that's a sphere, and the outside world is just, it's regular geometry, like flat planar geometry.
That's called hijacking perspective.
This here, what Jibby said, it's a hijack. It doesn't. That's not a representation of anything that's real that we can that we see.
Yeah.
But that's the essence of the problem. It's our eyeballs that are globes. And the rest outside is just like regular geometry. What's it called? Plane, when it's a planar and
This
stuff.
is just really weird though, because like, okay, so the light's coming down here and it hits the moon, and then this shadow.
Oh, that's supposed to be the moon. Okay.
And then this shadow right here seems to squeeze itself down, which we don't observe ever.
They always show it that way, though.
I know.
That's your 60-mile wide shadow of the moon.
Look at this right here. This is the shadow right here. What shadow is this?
Don't know. I got to call it up on the computer.
I hate when they do this. You know how far off to scale these diagrams always are?
Retarded off. You can't even draw that scale inside a gymnasium.
You cannot draw the scale. So they're drawing a completely different thing and making lines match to make it work. Not even close to scale on the helio.
Even inside of a stellarium, they got to omit a couple of the planets just to fit it all in there. The scale is just super impossible to actually model that they have. Their ball model. I have a paper on it. I can find it if you want.
Yeah. You see, that's why I get so upset when they ask us for our model. It's like, where the hell's your model?
Yeah. How does eclipses work on the helio? Don't work like this. I haven't seen an actual working to scale like model. Make a to scale model.
Were you listening to that train wreck earlier?
No. Which one?
Which one?
On my channel.
Well,
Gary Rhodes showed up again. It's always fun when he's around.
I heard him on you.
And then some gummy bear dude.
Yep.
And John was on here as well.
The gummy at least sounds like he's somewhat open-minded or somewhat neutral.
Yeah.
Somewhat. At least.
I'm hoping. Sorry.
You know, more than the others.
That's a THC gummy, right? Hopefully.
Well, Gary was trying to tell me that that a helium balloon will drop in a vacuum. And I was like, no, a helium balloon will pop in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Unless the balloon could hold a lot of pressure, like a spacesuit could. Because that's what would have to happen inside a vacuum. The spaceship suit would become a pressurized container for your human body to live.
And in the vacuum, helium would be the only thing in there. What would it do?
You know what? Let's try to find somebody putting a tire in a vacuum. How about that?
A tire?
Yeah.
Like on the wheel?
Yeah.
Wow, because that would be so strong it wouldn't blow up.
Car tire, should be able to stop the vacuum from, affecting it, right?
Yeah, it might be able to hold, like a space capsule can hold the pressure needed for the humans, right? Allegedly.
Yep.
For any kind of life. Is there supposed to be life floating? That I heard they had changed the theory of evolution to say that life did actually pop in from space. It landed somewhere and grew.
That's one of the theories, is that we had an asteroid from Mars land here, and the former life on Mars could have seeded Earth.
Right. That's how far-fetched they've gone. Like,
yeah,
they realized no, it didn't just pop up on its own. It came from somewhere. Now
it starts with, could there have been an asteroid from Mars that landed on Earth? The second time you hear it, an asteroid from Mars landed on Earth and seeded all life. Statement of fact.
A one-celled single organism able to live in a vacuum propagated itself into us.
Yeah.
Over time, light years away in a galaxy of time. Wait, light year, is that time or distance? It's all fantasy. The power of 30. 3, 6, and 9. Yep, those are, Tesla said those numbers. So does Rodin. I don't quite understand what they mean, but I've heard it.
A lot of videos that I've bookmarked and saved and liked have been coming up for me. YouTube has removed this for hate speech. I'm not favoriting hate speech. These are informational videos.
Damn. So you've already found some videos that have been taken away from us.
Yeah.
It was probably done by some sort of a program too. I'm thinking that people themselves didn't actually watch the videos. Don't you think it's probably an algorithm that they programmed?
Yep, and the algorithm reads your complaint, and that's why you never get anywhere.
No, you just go down to the Google Internet office somewhere in Palo Alto, California.
Yeah, you can wait on hold for 6 hours and call YouTube themselves.
They actually have a phone number that you can find?
Well, a few people have found it after months and months of searching. Because they make it so easy. Just
What
like they
they
make
do.
it very easy to tell you how much they're going to take from your super chat. Try to find that number. The only way you can find out is by talking to somebody who's received the check and did the math.
It's not like printed in light gray, like half point
Nope.
high script somewhere on the bottom related to some.
They know that they're
subject.
pieces of shit. They don't want to say it in text, how much of pieces of shit they are. So they just let you, as the super chat business partner, learn that on your own.
As your partner. Well, you know, now that you mention it as being a partnership, it's really more of an agent. And everybody knows that the agent usually steals whatever they need to steal, you know, in the deal. And you just get whatever they decide to pay you. Because even if they say it's going to be like a 60-40 split or whatever.
It's like 45-55, I hear. Now, the donation is yours. So that would be like, I want to donate to the mud flood victims to the Red Cross. And the Red Cross says, thank you for your donation. We're taking 45% of that. And we're just going to, for handling it, you know, we get 45% as our cut just for handling your money.
Well, the Red Cross is going to use 90% of their cut.
Yeah, I know.
Administration fees.
Red Cross is 90%. But yeah, it's kind of like that.
You know what? I figured it out. It might just be that simple that all it is money laundering. The whole NASA and all the subcontractors, they're just all in on like this giant money laundering thing. Where they'll make up, and they're, due to the fact that they keep, what do they call it? Compartmentalization. Nobody really realizes it. But it might just be as simple as, money laundering, like a mob operation. It's just like a wound that they, like an attached sucker, from a parasite to the economy or whatever.
Yeah, but it's not the reason for the origins of it.
The origin?
Yeah, the origins of the whole space saga.
Well, that's just sci-fi writing, pretty much.
Right, but I can't see them in the 1940s saying, let's make all this shit up and make money off it for the next 100 years. Like, there has to be another reason for it, but yes, they
Well, they
ended up
had it
doing
before
it.
the 40s, though. So, like outer space and shit. I don't know. So, yeah, obviously, well, they're opportunists, these guys.
Yeah.
Like from Jared's video, that's like they have really a lot of power.
So this is the video that
so they just took
Gary
over something.
Watch.
What's this, Uber? I talked over you.
No, I talked over you, my bad. This is the video that Gary told me to watch earlier.
Okay. Are you allowed to watch it live or?
Well, it's funny because they're not dropping, they're stretching.
Yeah, they're expanding. Definitely not close to a vacuum. Getting there.
Those are objects in a vacuum?
Well, it's not going to be a pure vacuum. Those balloons wouldn't be holding air if it was. Not a minus 17 torr vacuum, but you know, he's probably turning the dial
Yeah, but
down
you know,
low.
Jibby, those are still floating, dude. And now they pop.
Oh, they're helium balloons. Okay.
Yeah.
They float. No, that one's down on the bottom of the tank. It's not exactly floating. Yeah, because helium weighs more than nothing. So does the
You
rubber.
see, they're saying that because of gravity, it pulled the helium down. I'm saying that it changed the helium in it, because look at it now, dude. If all it did was pull it down because of gravity, then when you release the vacuum, it should have just lifted back up, right?
Yeah, now it's ruined. It's not.
Now it's like dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, now it went up. Oh, it was shocked for a while. That's weird.
Yeah. You know why? You know why? It's following him because he's got a static charge to it now. You can see it every time he lets it go. It follows his hand.
Pulls back to him. Yeah.
See?
Now,
It follows exactly where his hand went.
how weird. So there's a lot of forces at work here that we don't understand.
Yeah, dude, they're static electrically charged now. Where'd that come from?
Also, it doesn't prove gravity because helium or the rubber and the helium would weigh more than nothing, which its surroundings is nothing, right? So it would just go to the bottom.
It should have fallen to where it laid flat. Why was it still sitting up?
Because it still has this static thing going on, apparently. Because it's rubber. They're not even talking about the rubber part of the equation, I bet.
Well, I'm a little pissed because he shows this balloon and then does it with these balloons.
Right there. Pull the old switcheroo. It makes it a non-scientific test right there, you know. It's more just a video.
The water is boiling inside the balloon.
It's weird how water steams up inside a vacuum, isn't it? What would account for that? The oxygen, it just has to turn into a gas for some reason. And the hydrogen. There it goes.
You see, that one didn't blow up.
I thought you just stopped it before it blew up.
Yeah, he did.
What did it do, though? It expanded, though, didn't it? That one just has his breath in it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Raja.
barely. Like, you sound like you're coming over like
I'm out.
Who is it talking?
Be me, Dave. Be me in Kansas. J-Rock.
5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes and I'll get back to you. Please. Maybe he'll have not robotic. reception in that time. A re-hookup will probably be the thing to do. Maybe even just fell off the internet due to lack of bandwidth. Having pressure without a container wouldn't be easy, would it?
What was that?
Having air pressure on Earth without it having a container would not be easy.
Wait, did you guys see that one? Now look at those shadows.
That's a graphic representing what? The sun pointing at the Earth?
Yep.
I want to know, but when do they know the sun's going to be toning like that? Is it midway or what? Like halfway it starts to do that or what? I don't get it.
Since when does it even do that? It cones down into the size of the Earth. How convenient.
Yeah, but yet somehow it still shines on all the other planets as they're scattered throughout everywhere, right?
Why even draw it like that? It doesn't... Maybe if you look at it from the top towards the left bottom, then it would make sense. But that's not what they mean, because that would mean the light would be coming from the Earth and going towards the sun.
The sun and moon are on the same side of the Earth. Both of the upper Flat earthers claim that the moon is traveling at a slightly slower speed than the sun. Solar eclipses happen when the moon is in between an observer and the sun. But many flat earthers believe that there is also a third celestial body.
They just showed the eclipse on a flat Earth.
This object is said to move closely around the sun and shadows that we can see.
Pay attention to all the little stupid things like the question marks and the stupid faces and the hokey doo 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 and all that shit, because that's all they got.
It is all they
ding dong, doot doots, question marks, and hokey cartoons. That's it.
So the only people they can quote is the Flat Earth Society, but yet they talk about Rahu and Ketu.
They called it the anti-moon a second ago, like mocking it.
Yeah.
But that's considered from the Vedas, right? Rahu and Ketu. They show an elephant at a computer screen.
Wrong. Did he just say that if you didn't have satellites, you wouldn't be able to fly?
I think so.
I think they do say that. They use it for navigation, GPS, and all that.
Somebody should have told that to the World War II pilots.
Well, the official story is that, ever since we have now we have GPS, see, it's all coming together for us.
Oh, you mean the ground positioning system?
No, global satellites, man. They got them all up there like that.
Wrong!
See, that's part of that's why I think it's possibly just a money laundering thing, It's just
you mean the global GPS that has all the dead spots around the world?
All made up shit.
Like the ocean, like the middle of the desert?
Yeah. Well, they have special big towers to cover those and undersea
Didn't they just launch a whole bunch of satellites in succession to take care of the dead zone over water problems?
They actually did say that, yes.
So it's all fixed now, right?
Wrong!
Allegedly, if they're in operation. Well, how do they ever bring them online once they're up there? What's the process for that?
Yeah, do they have like, do they send them up there while they're on already?
Or yeah, what do they do?
Like do they have like an automatic, like is it connected to like the Wi-Fi home systems where you can like turn your AC on from your work before you get home?
The answer will be whatever makes it make sense. That'll be the answer. Let's see. How do we do that? Okay, they're on before we launch them. Okay, they're off and then we activate them later. Whatever the
Oh, you mean
context
like
is,
when
that'll be the answer.
you mean like when I'm talking to somebody and they tell me like, oh yeah, that sounds so crazy, so foolish, like that could never be done. And I'm like, oh yeah, really? Because NASA said they did it in the 60s. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, I guess you can do it if NASA did it. And it's like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the only way to think of it.
They have a way of guiding shit, right? That's what guidance systems are from the Earth. That means constant communication to the vehicle.
No, wasn't it Gummy who
How they
said
do that?
earlier that yes, it's true. Most people who believe in the globe just take the word for it, take authority's word for it. They don't really check themselves. They're kind of fundamentalist religious beliefs. He's like that part's not right. Like he was kind of on point with some things. Even though he's on that side, he does admit, like, yeah, hey, people just take it for granted. They don't check, they just believe blindly.
Was that like 3 or 4 heliocentrists on the panel at one time or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They seem to love that when they get like 3 to 4 of them together. They just like go crazy with all these assumptions that they spew out. Like the ether, the whole thing about the ether, that's hilarious. Like Mickelson Morley proving there's no ether. Like, really? That's all you're going to do to show that, to prove or disprove that one experiment, and then you're done with it? Even though science always thought there was an ether up to that point, you're just going to throw it away now? Just because of one experiment where the light gets there at the same time? No matter which way from the mirror split, showing there's no movement of any kind. But they'll say, no, that was no ether. They won't say no movement, even though that's what it shows. Well, the experiment wasn't meant to show movement. It was meant to show ether. So even though it shows no movement, it only means that there's no ether. That's their thinking, their process.
What say you do, people?
Somebody was also saying that all lightning goes from bottom up, and that's just listening to Joey Rocha too much.
All lightning? I doubt you could ever categorize all lightning in one category.
No, there's people that say all lightning. Every single bolt that you can film in slow-mo photography coming from the top down is actually going from the bottom up.
Even the sailboats? And the golfers? Came out of his club and went up. That's what they're saying.
Yep, like he's Thor.
That's the number one way to die, from lightning is golf.
Do
get that upswing.
tell
right
me
at
the
moment.
statistics. I might have to go play golf later this evening.
Just make sure you do it at 3 o'clock and somewhere in Florida where
With
they have
my
the 3
luck,
o'clock
I'll get hit with a
thunderstorm.
lightning. My shirt will rip off. My skin will turn golden brown, and I'll be like, I have no power. Turn to dust. Now, I've heard of lightning strikes growing back, like
Wait,
teeth in like 90-something-year-olds.
you're
They
gonna
hit
get
like
struck by lightning and turn into like Fabio or something with no powers? or
Fabio
what?
man. Most shiny man on the YouTubes. I don't know. Making it up as I go. No, lightning. Yeah,
Fabio.
that's the story out there. That this lady got hit with lightning, and she grew 2 brand new sets of teeth. Well, 2 teeth, I should say, not sets, but She grew
Hey,
2
Jimmy.
teeth in her 90s, a third set.
Hey, Jimmy, is your slogan is Fabio? NASA, I can't believe it's not better.
I can't believe it's not better. That's a good meme.
How long ago was Fabio?
Too
Early
long.
20th century, 21st century, or late 20th?
90s.
Oh man, let's see.
It was the 90s.
Yeah, 99. When we were partying like it's 1999, Fabio was popular.
Yeah, 1996. Well, that was his butter commercials. Was he famous before that?
Yeah, he was always a
99.
model. He was always used as a model on romantic novels.
On the cover?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he was just a cover model, really.
Because he couldn't act for shit. Like his
He still
voice was
can't.
wrong and everything, right?
Yeah, he's everything. His face is wrong. Yeah, he had nice hair, but then
nice hair.
okay,
nice
what
muscles.
else? Look at his face. It looks like a Roman statue. He's
Whoa. Wait, this guy was born in 1959, but has a credit for a movie in 1961?
He's a child actor.
maybe. That's how he got into business, I guess.
Atlas in the Land of the Cyclops.
Land of the Cyclops, huh?
Release date 1963. Wow.
Black and white.
I can't believe he. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, he was the baby, the son of Penelope. He was the baby in the movie.
Oh, he was an actual baby actor.
Yeah. And his name in the movie was Piccolo Fabio. That's funny. Piccolo Fabio.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, it didn't
Yeah.
say that he's dead.
Yeah. He
But
wouldn't.
that now puts him at. He's almost 60.
He's almost 60. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 60. Oh, he was in Death Becomes Her and Spy Hard. He was in a TV show called Acapulco Heat.
Good for
Yeah,
him.
it really sucked when they canceled that one.
Spy Hard.
Dude,
is funny.
hey, Jibby, it ran for 6 years.
God help me. I
Who y'all talking about?
heard of it.
Fabio.
We're talking about I Can't Believe It's Not Butter.
That'd be funny if he became a flat earther, wouldn't it?
He was in a TV show called Lemon La Vida Loca. Holy shit, no wonder. He was in a Sharknado movie in 2017. This guy really has lost it.
A what movie? Sharknado. What's that?
Sharknado. You never heard of Sharknado?
No.
Me either. Fill us in.
It's I guess Sci-Fi Channel. Just awesomeness, isn't it? It's like a tornado with sharks, right? It's like sci-fi horror genre.
Oh, Sharknado. Okay.
Sharknado.
Yo, he was in Bubble Boy with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, he's always doing like cameos here and there. He pops in movies.
I've seen that graphic of a swirl of hammerhead sharks and other sharks. That's probably where it comes from, huh?
Yeah. Which is such a ridiculous concept that it can only be popular, right?
Right.
So absurd.
It makes a nice looking graphic. Let's build a whole story around it. Sharknado. Let's That's hilarious. Why have I never heard of it? Because
In a vacuum.
I don't watch the Sci-Fi Network. Is that why?
Well, I don't watch the Sci-Fi Network anymore, and I've heard of Sharknado for like 20 years. I've never seen one of them. Just because you hear of something and other people watch something doesn't mean you have to watch it or like it.
Like Breaking Bad, I never bothered to watch any of that.
I never got into Breaking Bad. Yeah, you know, the whole meth lab lifestyle thing. Not really what I identify with.
Not your cup of tea, Jimmy?
No.
Yep.
Then you
Yeah,
got
not
the
really.
young boy teacher aspect with the meth. I was like, why is all this mixed up in one plot again? I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I didn't watch Breaking Bad either for some reason y'all are saying. It didn't
Yeah.
interest me.
Doesn't
But
call
they
to
kept
me.
saying, no, you got to watch it. It's not about that type of thing.
Yeah.
It's either
No, you don't understand. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay.
You don't understand. It's not just about meth. Well, guess what? 4 episodes later, after I watched some, it was all about meth. Like, that's all it was about.
The only part I've seen it is that clip when he says something about I could have said the Earth was flat or whatever.
Yeah.
When they,
Yeah.
you know,
That's the
y'all
most
know what I'm talking
of that
about.
show I've seen. Yep. That's the most of that show I've ever saw was the shit that it's in the Flat Earth clips there.
And they only say
You
that
actually
mock.
don't know.
That's a moculatory comment.
Well,
That's
in
not.
context, it's like he was on drugs or delusional, and he's like, you know, I
Right.
could have said anything. I could have said the Earth was flat or something.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
We don't
Making
have
us look
time for a
deluded.
meeting of the Flat Earth side.
I just want to know what Steve Jackson meant on his Illuminati cards with flat earthers. Maybe they know something or they do know something. I don't even think it was a question. I think it's like flat earthers, you may laugh, but they know something.
What's the deal with those cards? Did he like channel those pictures or something, or why?
Nobody knows because nobody can get him on a show for an interview.
But he's
And what's
around. It's a
weird
real
is
guy that just drew that shit and put it out a long
Allegedly,
time
Yeah.
ago.
Steve Jackson made the game in the 90s.
Right.
and most of us didn't hear about it until a few years ago, right? I mean,
Right.
I didn't.
I had heard about it for a while.
I didn't know
And
those
we
things
were-
existed until a few years ago.
Yeah, well, in the doom and gloom conspiracy world, everybody knew about those cards because everybody was like, well, this is going to be the next doom. It's going to be the next doom. Big Ben's going to fall. Hey.
Is there
People
any
love the
reference to
doom.
9/11 in the cards?
Yep. Well,
Yeah, there's one of them's got
kind of,
the
yeah.
buildings on it at least. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah.
You see the Pentagon, you see the towers on fire exactly like they were. They don't
How
say
the fuck did he
9/11
do
in them.
that?
Oh yeah, that's
Predictive
why
programming.
that's why the cards are so infamous because of all the things on those cards that came to fruition.
Have you seen the money folding that has a lot of that shit on it too? That's another weird one. That's
that
really
one's
fucking
weird.
weird.
I don't know how to explain that one away.
Yeah, that flat earther card says something about you may laugh, but they know something or something to that
Yeah.
effect, right?
Yeah.
It's just a game, folks. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
There's
But I
something
come
going
across,
on here. If the future can be known like that. I can't quite put
before
my
I started driving, I'll tell y'all real quick, I came across a Glober doing a live stream, and he was actually pretty civil. I mean, he was coming with all the 101 proofs of his globe, but at least he was being civil about it, and he was actually having a discourse with me. I was in the chat. His name was Ben something. I'd have to look it up. I'm in the car right now.
How'd you do? Did you sell him?
Oh no, he's Mr. Spaceball, man. He hadn't got past the. When I brought up water, for example, he was like, "Well, of course it pulls to the center and everything's level, blah blah blah."
Pulls to the center. Oh, downward.
How do you have straight lines that curve? That's where they want to do the double speak. It's like, well, yeah, it's flat, and then yeah, it's bendy. Well, it's one or the other. You can't have it both ways.
Well, the light bends around the curve, see, so it appears to be flat, but it's really just bendy light, see.
But anyway, he seemed like, I listened to the first part of it, and he's like, kind of like purple pillish. He knows NASA's pretty much full of shit, but I think he still thinks they went to the moon. I'm not for sure, but at least he was civil about it, and he had a bunch of people watching. I'm thinking about if I get the time just to do a civil rebuttal to him, you know, instead of us calling each other
Well,
idiots and all that shit.
sometimes they're civil because they feel they have the leverage, the upper advantage, like they have the confidence level. And then
That's
you
the
get in
impression I
there
got from
and
this
you
guy.
start
Exactly.
messing with their confidence, civility goes out the window.
Exactly. I don't think he's been tested exactly, you know, held his feet to the fire pretty much, you know what I'm saying? He's sitting in his globe beliefs thinking that he knows it all. You know, you guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I made this video to show everybody how much I memorize stuff in books. And that's
I
what
just
people
don't understand these silly flat earthers. They're just lost the plot. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know
I
how to
wish.
think. They don't know science. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, we know science. We don't believe the funny science. That's what I call it.
I think it's hilarious. They go
It's
straight to,
pseudo.
well, you fall off the edge of a flat Earth. But what about everybody slipping off a ball on a ball Earth? How the hell could you be stuck to a ball? You'll just slide right off. The water slides off. Everything would slide off.
Yeah. Imagine draining all the oceans in the earth, and now you're going to replenish them on a ball. How's that going to work?
How's that going to work?
You drain the bathtub, and now you want to refill it. How's that going to work on a ball? That shit's going to go all in one area, and that's it. If that.
On a flat Earth, you got our so-called model has it frozen solid out there. You don't fall. There's no edge to fall off of. Really, I mean, no one's ever gone there and said, "Look, you know, we've got to the edge, or we went around to the other side." You know, they always. That's our proof. That's our lack of proof, right? They never actually just go right across and come out the other side. There's always got some kind of a story about how they, you know, came in and went out on a different path. You know, they don't just follow a straight line and keep going, get to the other.
I circumnavigated the earth. Look at this line. That's all zigzags everywhere. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Like,
or missing footage or whatever it is. There's always like, yeah, we did it, right? We actually did do it, but they don't have the real straight line proof. There's always
nearly to the point where they're going to show you a circle on the TV screen, and they're going to say, "Now look at this square," and people are going to go, "Well, it's a square. I mean, they said it's a square. I know it looks like a circle, but they said it's a square. I'm going to go with square." And that should be like a test. You should do that.
So the answer is square. Is that B? Put B in the test, and then we're good, and we can get out of here. Just put B.
I'll take Paul Lynn for the win. What y'all talking about?
C.
I'll take Paul Lynn to block.
I don't even remember who that is.
That's
the guy in the center
square.
The center square guy.
And then they ask a question, and he lies or tells the truth, and you got to decide which. Is he lying or telling the truth?
If his lips are moving.
When they answer it. If they don't know the answer, they never say, "I don't know the answer." They lie.
They make one up. They don't know the answer, right?
Yeah, they come up with a fake answer and sell it. And they also make the real answer seem like they're just trying to sell a fake answer when they try to sell the real answer.
But you never watched the Hollywood Squares? What's wrong with you? Everybody watched Hollywood Squares.
You had to. When you're home during the day for some reason and that shit was on, boy, you had to be watching it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see you're not in class again.
I think it was after school, actually, you could watch it. Or was it a morning show?
This is Troy. He goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. I guess I don't have his number."
Was it meant for housewives?
What?
Hollywood
Game
Squares?
shows in general, or
Like, a lot of those game shows were meant for housewives. Like, they had their stories were in the morning, and then they had game shows, like they had the Newlywed Show.
Yeah, just so that way you get to see what kind of life that you should have that you do not have. So when your husband
Right.
comes home, you are going to read him the riot act because your life isn't as good as the fake ones on TV. Then the game shows will tell your wife all the products she should be buying.
Yeah, she's
And
going
there
to
you
need
go.
to know about the products. Most
Yes.
definitely.
So they got products in every game show. And they're always the worst. Kraft macaroni inserts. What?
Hamburger Helper. You get to save
Mm.
time and watch more TV.
Try Hamburger Helper
Pour it out of a
today.
box.
It can take the fur off your dog.
I miss
you
all them
need
old
is-
TV commercials and the programming. Wish I could go back there.
If life was that simple again, it'd be awesome, huh?
Yeah.
But I think it only appeared to be simple, and it was still the same mindfuck, just at a different level.
Oh, it was a very subtle mind fuck. I mean, they got most of it.
But
all
I
of it,
just think
pretty
that
much.
different people were being mindfucked, not us.
Mad Men. The show Mad Men. You guys ever watch that? I didn't watch it.
Yep. I saw a couple episodes.
My ex watched it because hunky men in the 60s smoking cigarettes. So anyway, that show was a lot about, advertising and tactics used, manipulating, the American public.
Right.
Right.
Appealing to the consumer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I do remember that show.
Mad Men.
It's funny they can show you that how salespeople almost to the point of being con artists operate, and they'll still be able to do their bidding at will. Because it's based on emotion, ripping people off, getting them sales. It's always an emotional decision. It doesn't matter how logical they think they might be. If you get their emotion, boom, you got it.
And of course, they targeted the children, the kids' cereal and all that shit, While you got the kids screaming, "Mommy, mommy, I want some Fruit Loops," or whatever, When you're going down
This is what I
aisle.
don't get. I don't get this about the purple pillars who are aware of all that stuff.
Right.
Can't they see the Hydra that's got its arms and heads into everything, and yet they allow for this one particular thing to be infallible? It's like, no, yeah, they're killing my kids. Yes, they're lying to me every day. Yes, but they wouldn't lie about that's where you gotta slap them in the face.
That's when most of them say the lie's just too big. There's so many people in on it, blah blah blah, and all that shit.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll
they
start them
wouldn't
at the
do that.
beginning. Start them at the beginning. Say, okay, you agree thousands of years ago everybody believed it was a flat Earth? Yes. All right, we're on the same page. What changed that?
Yeah.
Oh, was it a one-on-one Englishman and vassal and serf? A one-on-one math and science education lesson? Or is it you're on a ball? That's that. And now everybody's on a ball. Because that's the only way it could have been done. Because everybody was illiterate.
Yeah. It's almost like they think Copernicus was the first one to walk outside and go, "Damn, it looks like we're on a spinning ball here. Let me figure this shit out."
Yeah.
But then the ballers turn around and say they've known it for 2,000 years because of the Greeks.
Right. Since Aristosthenes put his sticks in his wheels, they're up his ass or whatever.
That's after the Greeks. That's Egyptian, right? Or were they pre-Greek? Thought it went Greek, Roman. When was Egyptian? Cleopatra.
That's one of the things I asked that Glober guy today that I think got through to him a little bit. Doesn't it bother him that one of the first proofs he's going to is some guy from 2,000 years ago with sticks and shadows that works on both models, and that's your go-to proof? Think
So
about
you're
that,
gonna
man. Come on.
say Aristosthenes is the same age as Jesus?
Yep.
What a
I
coincidence!
mean, just that fact should be a red flag. Should trigger something in their mind,
As if they had a way of checking that shit with two people in two different locations at the same time.
Here's we added 1,000 years to the Gregorian calendar too. That didn't exist. So what year is it? Who cares?
Yeah, 2,000 years. I don't know.
Is that Is that an I or a 1? All right. Well, it's a 1 now.
Just make it a 1. That's good.
Yeah. Now it's a
I'd
1.
rather err to the side of too many than too few.
And
But that doesn't really matter because they're like pulling shit. Oh yeah, this carbon dating 6 billion years old. Like yeah, there was animals walking around here 6 billion years ago probably. Like they could say that authoritatively, even though you can't even really imagine that much time.
right. Can you imagine the size of the trees if it was that old?
I don't know. Yeah, they just say that if different cataclysms wipe it out every time, and it keeps springing back, like the Ice Age and shit like that.
So we're in a minefield then.
It could be a cataclysm, maybe a meteorite from outer space. See, where aliens come from, where life itself maybe came from. It just dropped on our planet.
Seems like a scheduled minefield.
Yeah, them meteorites are just pelting us daily everywhere. Pop, 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 everywhere. See it all the time.
They do curveballs too. They come around and then inside the Earth and hit the moon from the inside. How's that?
And every now and then we have that near miss of like 5 million miles by an asteroid or something. NASA's like, phew, man, we barely missed that.
Phew.
Missed us by 5 million miles. Missed by that much.
Relatively.
That was a small distance. That's crazy. Only 5 million.
A relatively small distance compared to the vastness of outer space.
Fucking assholes.
Nassholes, seriously. They're just laundering money. With a story. A Hollywood story.
Yeah. I agree, Dave. I wouldn't doubt it's all just a big money laundering operation. Who knows?
Well, I mean, it's
money
beyond that because
somewhere.
they need a reason to be, probably there's a higher level to that, but down at the base, nuts and bolts, that's what it becomes.
Yep. Everybody protecting their own on down the line. Contractors got their contracts. They want to renew every year, blah, blah, blah.
But they give actual jobs to actual people. But then they just pass their creation on to somebody else.
Actual people think they're actually contributing to something that's going to space. Yeah.
They never actually see their shit in outer space. They just assume that it went there or whatever.
The guy who runs the Hubble's never seen the Hubble.
Right. He came on after it was already launched and up there.
Yeah.
He's never actually even seen it.
Those are some of the best calls. Was Robert Bersano's
Robert.
unannounced calls to NASA.
The guy was pretty candid with him, wasn't he?
He spoke the game. He did it right. Yeah. And then and that was the best part, was that the word spread, and he got caught off. Like, he kept trying to call NASA, but the word had gotten out about him.
Uh-huh. He became known. Yeah.
They were starting to be like, "Are you recording this conversation?" Like almost right away, as soon as you start asking questions.
Are you really a student?
Yeah, a word got out.
That's a good cover, though.
Word travels fast. Thousands and thousands of people you employ. Huh?
Yeah, it does. I found a NASA directory that had like the extension for everybody that had a phone line there at that one building. Anyway.
Well, apparently they all talk to each other in a very short period of time, and they all figured out who Robert was doing, and were recognizing his voice as soon as he would call.
He did have a pretty distinctive voice.
Yeah. To us, because we listen to it so much. But if you were listening to them the first or second time, you wouldn't be able to pick them out, a month later.
Yeah, that's true. Because he just kind of had a New York accent a little bit. That's
Yeah.
kind of is the same as a lot of other New Yorkers.
Y'all remember his
So-
mic? He always had like weird crickets in the background or something.
Yeah, they're not weird. I have him here, and so does Jose in Miami. He has them bad. He has frogs too.
But it would literally sound like something wrong with his actual electronic mic, but it was animals in the background. Crickets.
That's right.
Literal
Artez
crickets.
accused my crickets of being some kind of audio problem too. They're bad. Crickets are really noisy. There's nothing he could do about that, except for not talk at night, or use a soundproof room like Maxwell Smart, the cone of silence.
The cone of silence, they could never hear each other when they got in it.
All it was is a plexiglass cone that went over the top of them. Agent 99. The shoe phone. See, that was cell phone technology in Hollywood being put in our faces ahead of time. And then your mind can make the leap. Wow, if that was on TV and it was true, maybe, like flying to other planets must be true.
Gentlemen, how are ya?
Shout out to the dog faced boy.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me?
Mine and Manny, that's you?
Yes, sir.
Is anybody out there?
Are any okay?
Yeah, what's up,
There's
Manny?
a question. This is a question. Helio. This is a helio question. Well, people want to know what black holes are, right? People don't know we don't know what black holes are. This is the explanation, the helio explanation. Are any black holes close to Earth? Is the question. The closest black holes yet discovered are several thousand light years away. They are so far that they have no effect on Earth or its environment. A supermassive black hole appears to inhabit the center of the Milky Way galaxy, about 27,000 light years away. Although it is several million times the mass of the Sun, its great distance ensures that it won't affect our solar system. What is a black hole? A black hole is an object with powerful gravity, with such powerful gravity that nothing can escape from it, including light. The black hole's mass is concentrated in a point of almost infinite density, called a singularity. What the hell? Have you guys heard of this? At the singularity
This is my
itself,
first day, so yeah.
gravity is almost infinitely strong, so it crushes normal space-time out of existence. And that's all the Helio BS that I'm reading for today. Unbelievable. Do you guys believe this?
Of course. How can you not?
That's unbelievable. What I'm trying to say is that they're telling us that we're on a galaxy, and at the center of it, there's a black hole that's 27,000 light years away, and 1 light year equals 6 trillion miles. So that's
All right.
come on,
That's
guys.
enough helio
Unbelievable.
propaganda for today.
Unbelievable. What's up, Dave?
It looks like a gray sky in Kentucky. Hello.
Yeah, it's kind of like overcast. Here's the moon.
A little
Y'all
bit
see
of
the moon?
blue. There's your moon. There's your blue moon.
It's a half moon. It's missing half of it. What happened to it? Where's the rest of the moon? Damn it. Now with
Yeah,
the
I just noticed
ukulele
the moon
break,
myself.
here's Dave Hawaii.
Pardon me, sir?
Now with the ukulele break, here's Dave Hawaii.
You guys,
Break?
can you guys see the sky, the moon? It's really
Oh,
cloudy.
chemtrails.
Chemtrails in
Blasted
California, yay.
chemtrails.
Hey,
That's
can
what
you
my
see the
skies look
moon?
like over there.
Which moon are you guys seeing? Are you guys seeing Dave Hinkle's moon, or are you guys seeing the moon from
I'm
Northern California?
seeing somebody, the mind of World Manny with the satellite dish and some chemtrails.
Yeah, but yeah, you see that chemtrail there, and then to the left, you see that moon.
See,
You see
plenty
it?
of chemtrails.
It's hard to see the moon
All
because it's
over
really
the
cloudy in this
sky.
chemtrail. But I
Your
see, I can
moon's
see the
fake,
moon.
man. I got the moon right here. You
Yeah,
got a
it's hard to
fake
see
moon.
it's hard to see the moon from where I'm. I can see it, but it kind of blends in with the chemtrails.
Hello. Is there anybody in there? Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anyone at all? Come on now. I hear you feeling down. I can ease your pain. Get you on your feet again. Relax. I need some information first. Just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts? There is no pain you are receding. A distant ship smoke on the horizon. You were only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you say. When I was a child, I had a fever. My hands felt just like two hands. Now I got that fever once again. I can't explain, you would not understand. That's not how I am. I have become comfortably numb. Hello. I don't know how to play the lead or anything. Should I keep going? Just a little pin. Okay. Just a little pin prick. There'll be no more. But you may feel a little sick. Can you stand up? I do believe it's working good. That'll keep you going for sure. Come on, it's time to go. I was a child, I called the fields. Out of the corner of my eye, I turned to blood, but it was gone. Can I put my finger on it now? The child is grown, the dream is gone. I have become comfortably numb. That's moculatory. I'm not really numb. Please continue.
It reminded me of the days of the old pub.
The old pub, yeah.
Not the new pub. They've converted that into a 501 CO3 PPO or something.
C3PO.
Yeah.
New World
church
Order. Church.
He had a silver leg, you know.
Only in your version of reality, not in mine.
On my VHS tape, it has silver leg.
I haven't checked my VHS yet. I did find the gold leg, though, in an old Spanish version online that looked like it was from, I don't know, the 80s VCR copied. And his leg was gold. So, how does that work?
It's your Mandela effect and shit there.
It's an Asian copy. Cheap Asian copy.
Is your VCR tape of it from the 90s when George Lucas went into box sets? Because I think that's when he changed it.
Dave, do you still have the video? Or are you just making it
Oh,
up?
I was just bullshitting. I don't actually have it tape. I had it at one time, but I can't put my hands on it now.
If I ever had it, it's now covered with mold, and I've thrown it away.
Mine's just
somebody somewhere has that tape.
I got it, but I got everything packed and stacked. I'm not going digging. But I got
It's not worth it to disprove. It's not worth all that to find out that for sure. You'd have to go through all your dust bunnies and everything in your garage or whatever, right?
You gotta break out
what
the
you
VCR.
do is those movies were on HBO, right? So people that recorded their TV back in the old days on video, you would set it to record like what was it, 3 hours or 6 hours? You can get on it or something.
On how you set it.
Yeah, and then people would they'd be like 3 movies on one tape.
Yeah, but that would be the lower quality.
Yeah,
if
the
you
low quality.
If you only fit 2 hours, if you want the highest quality of it, or you could
Right.
put 6 hours on the tape, but it would be a lower quality.
Yeah, but I'm just saying there might be somebody's copy somewhere of the old, as it was broadcast off the TV from the. And wouldn't they show a movie like that on HBO, like down the line and stuff, or Showtime or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I grabbed another copy. I got a couple of copies of Star Wars on VHS. I have a box set version. I have my own version. I recorded. I'll check both.
If we went to like whatever's on Project Free TV or whatever, it would be just like from the latest DVD, probably,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Didn't the